Hey there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back. I'm your host, PattSun, and today we're going to be taking a look at r/TrueOffMyChest, where we have another example of another 304 asking for an open relationship. Let's begin. I'm breaking up with my girlfriend and her daughter. Posted by Reddit user Ralph Jackson.
My girlfriend and I met 2.5 years ago. We went on a date and it fizzled out because I didn't want to pursue it any further. We went on another date a few months later and then officially started dating. We were madly in love. She has a daughter. She had her at the age of 17. She was 12 when I first met her and is 14 and in high school now. I didn't ever see myself as being a stepfather, so there was initially a lot of resistance, but I eventually put my guard down. She is now like a daughter to me. About 6 months into our relationship, she broke up with me because she was dealing with some trauma from her past. This breakup lasted about a month and we got back together. Within 8 months of that, we were engaged. She wanted to get married right away, so we set out wedding date for 4 months out. It was not the wedding I wanted. I wanted to get married in a Catholic church with all of my family and friends, and she wanted a private Christian pagan wedding ceremony in the woods. She was also talking about the values she had and her priorities for our kids, and I began to panic. I realized I was signing up for something I didn't want. So I called off the engagement, but she told me that all of these things I was feeling was just fear of commitment and that I didn't feel worthy. I just needed to work on myself. So we broke up for about 6 months. We stayed in touch but never hung out. She had told me that she has a serious awakening about a lot of things and was willing to compromise on a lot of them. I was impressed by her willingness to change, but I hadn't really budged on any of my issues. Regardless, we got back together.
Oh my God!
2 months later, here we stand, and it's 2 days before Thanksgiving. It will be the first time her daughter will see my family since we called off the engagement. I've gone to her house so many times over the last couple of weeks to try to break it off, and she convinces me to stay every time. She tells me that leaving is taking the easy way out, that if I'm with her she will make me the best version of myself, and if I choose to leave, it's because I'm a coward who would rather date someone who's not going to challenge me.
That's stupid! You're stupid! Stop being stupid!
I came to the realization that we love each other tremendously and we get along so well, but still, I simply don't want to be with her. I can't explain why, but I don't. How do I do this? How do I finally tell her I don't want her and that we need to break up? And how do I then sit down with her daughter, who I also love, and tell her that I'm not going to be in her life? I've been anxious for weeks and not eating. Any help would be greatly appreciated. TLDR, I need to break up with my on and off fiancé of 2 years. She has a 14-year-old daughter who loves me. How do I let them both know I'm leaving?
OP, I want to get this out of the way first. The reason why she broke up with you the first time was because she found a new guy, but the new guy didn't want to commit to an extremely manipulative single mother, so she went back to you. Don't be that sucker, my dude. Don't marry this woman. Stop letting her manipulate your life. Have some balls and tell her straight that you are breaking up, and then block her everywhere. The entire situation with the daughter is unfortunate, of course it is, but you need to put yourself first and get rid of this parasite. If you marry her, it will be the worst decision you will ever make. And now for today's second story. My wife wants an open relationship. Posted by Reddit user Technical Brief.
I know this is not an uncommon post. My wife has recently gone back to school, and while there, she made a new guy friend. That's not usually a big deal for us, but she has been calling and texting him non-stop and has had several hangouts with him. I asked if there was anything there that I should be worried about, and she told me she wanted an open marriage. We've been married for 6 years and have 2 kids. I have a lot of mental health issues, disabled veteran, and my medication has sexual dysfunction side effects. Also, she has wanted to get into BDSM, which just doesn't appeal to me at all. I love her and don't want her sad or disappointed. I don't want her to go without something that would bring happiness into her life. So in the course of our conversation, I told her it was okay if she wanted to open the marriage so long as it wasn't emotional.
Everything you say to me is pissing me off.
I'm definitely the asshole because she immediately said she wanted to go take a nap, and I checked her text messages on her iPad when she went. I knows that's fucked, but I needed to know. She immediately started sexting that same guy from school. This was obviously something they had discussed and planned. It seems like they were planning to have sex this Tuesday either way. I agreed though, and I violated her privacy by reading her texts. I know there's no excuse for that. I'm sad beyond measure now. I don't know what to do or how to proceed. I can't stop thinking about how excited and graphic their conversation was. I've tried to be a good husband. I cook and clean, take care of the kids, pay all of the bills, pay attention to her and ask her about her day and her friends. I've tried to be someone she could count on for everything and anything. I know I couldn't keep up sexually. Depression meds, near daily migraines and physical issues have me on meds that just make it impossible to be interested in the way and the frequency she wants. I try. I do hand and mouth stuff and we use toys sometimes. It's just not enough for her. I'm so despondent and emotionally wrecked. I feel like I did this to myself, but I have no idea what to do. She saved my life. I was in such a dark place before she came into my life. She gives me purpose and gave me 2 kids who mean everything to me. I don't know what I hoped for from this post, but I just needed to vent and this seemed like the right sub. I don't really have friends to talk to, so here I am.
OP, she didn't ask you for an open relationship. She asked for your blessing for an affair she has already started with another man. She belongs to the streets, my friend, and if you don't divorce her now, you will be in a whole new world of heartbreak and depression. And now for today's final story. Am I the asshole if I break up with my boyfriend over the orange peel theory? Posted by Reddit user Find Marion Berry.
What is the orange peel theory? I was scrolling on TikTok when I saw a post about the orange peel theory, which to sum it up is when you ask another person to do a small task for you, like peeling an orange or asking them to tie your shoes for you. Both of these are tasks that you can do by yourself. The real test is how they respond to you. If they respond with "you can do it yourself, can't you do that?" I guess, then they are not willing to do small tasks for you and will most likely fail to do larger tasks for you in the future. However, if they do it willingly or take the initiative to do it immediately, then they pass and away. Now on to the situation. My boyfriend of 7 months was sitting on the couch when I saw the TikTok video explaining the theory, and I decided I should try it out. Up to this point we were happy, but now looking back on it, I am not surprised by how he responded. I asked him to tie my hair up for me and he looked at me and asked me why I couldn't do it. At first I thought that maybe he was intimidated by my long hair. However, he has had long hair in the past and knew how to tie it up. I asked him again thinking it was just a fluke, but he told me that I could do it since I was in the kitchen and he needed to relax, stating that he just got off work. I know what y'all are thinking. Let that man relax, he just got off. Y'all, he works from home, and even if he was truly tired, he has plenty of energy to play games and go out to the bar with his friends. Regardless, I didn't want to break up and thought it was dumb to throw a relationship away over a TikTok. Well, that was until later in the day when I asked him if he could toss a towel in the dryer so I could be warm when I got out of the shower, since I forgot to do it myself. Surprise, surprise, he never did it, and it just made me realize how much I do for him and his daughter that is not even mine, and I think I have fed, held, and changed her more than he has. So, Reddit, I ask you, am I the asshole if I go through with it? Edit. Hello everyone, thank you for listening to my post. I read what your guys are saying loud and clear, and completely see where you guys are coming from. I admit that I should not have taken advice from TikTok and that it showed immaturity to do so. However, I disagree on the fact that what happened wasn't a big deal. The method worked and made me see that I do a lot more for him than he does for me. Our relationship is not going to end because of my towel not being warm or my hair not being up, but because I realize that I am just settling for a lazy man who doesn't take me out, doesn't help out with his baby, and has no motivations in life except to live at his parents' house, play video games and drink, all while taking advantage of what I do for him. In my mind, since we are so new, 7 months, these problems are foreshadowing what's to come, and I see no future with him or his baby. Again, thank you everyone who took the time to read this. And now for OP's update. Hello again, Reddit fast update for you guys. First, I would like to thank you for how brutally honest the comments were, and no, I am not 12, I am 22. I would also like to clear some things up. First off, I didn't mean to make it seem like I was testing him like a crazy girlfriend who sets her boyfriend up for failure. I simply used the theory to see what he would do out of curiosity and came to the realization that I was giving 90% while he was giving 30% into the relationship. The theory helped me take off my rose-color tinted glasses and truly see just how much I am doing without an ounce of appreciation. As for the ones saying that they would also refuse the small task as well, this simply does not apply to me. If my partner asked me to tie his shoes, I would be down on one knee because I feel like it is a simple way to show love. Previously, I had never asked him to do something that I could do myself since I am relatively independent. This was not the case for him since he uses me for almost everything: babysitter while he goes out, nighttime nanny, chef, cleaner, washing machine, chauffeur, etc. As I took time to read the comments, there was a lot of reflecting, and I knew I had to talk to him and give him a chance to work this imbalance out. I texted him and told him we needed to talk, and he asked me for a ride to my house since his mom was out. I picked him up, but to my surprise he had his baby, so I asked him if we could just stay in the driveway and talk. He told me that he was hoping we could talk on the way. When I asked him on the way to what, he told me that his buddy wanted to meet up for drinks, and I just lost it and told him to get out of my car. I just let out everything I was thinking and feeling. He looked very confused, but then changed his tune and started blaming me, saying that I waiting too long to tell him this and that his daughter is already bonded to me. I'm not sure what to do. I went home and my phone was filled with messages from his mom saying that I needed to step up and be a good mom and future wife. The thing is, I don't want to be either. Lastly, I know you guys don't like the orange peel theory, but I think I dodged a bullet. Or the ones who feel bad for him, he dodged a bullet.
OP, first of all, stop looking at TikTok for life advice. That place is a cesspool of degenerates. Secondly, you sent him a "we need to talk" message, and the first thing he did was to ask you to pick him up, planning on having you watch his kid while he goes out drinking with the boys. Yeah, young lady, you didn't dodge the bullet, you dodged an artillery shell. Congratulations. Viewer support is the best way for me to remain independent and continue bringing you these daily videos, which will always be here on my channels for you to watch absolutely free. So please consider subscribing to me on Rumble and on YouTube. Both will be linked in the description box down below. Thanks for listening, everyone. If you even somewhat enjoyed today's story, make sure to give this video a thumbs up, and if you really like it, consider subscribing to PattSun to never miss a future upload. Stay strong.